I gotta get like an actual mug to drink coffee and tea out of instead of just a plastic cup. Ignite is a summoner spell that should never be taken on Darius top lane if you're trying to win. I don't get asked this question like a lot on stream, on DMs, all that shit of, hey Roku, what summoner spell should I take? And like this just leads me to believe that people just, for the most part, understand that Ghost is the go-to summoner spell. But I keep getting these OPGGs of people taking Ignite or even like Teleport. While Teleport isn't as bad as Ignite, it offers a different playstyle to Ghost. Ignite is just completely useless on Darius. There's just no reason to take Ignite over Ghost, and I'm going to explain to you why. You guys like that intro? I made it myself. What is going on, everybody? It's Roku back with more League of Legends content. So, Ignite on Darius. Before we get into the crux of why Ignite is terrible, I'm gonna have to explain from ground up what both of these summoner spells do, right? Ignite does a decent chunk of true damage over 5 seconds, and it cuts down the enemy's healing by a good chunk, right? Ghost gives you a good amount of movement speed for 10 seconds, and every time you get a takedown, the duration increases. Now, the second I said the word takedown, you Darius mains out there must have felt fucking euphoria, because us Darius mains, we live for takedowns. It's like the whole kit, right? You get one takedown, you just murder a whole team because, you got your ult reset, right? Before I just completely shit all over Ignite, I'm gonna try to explain like the good sides of it, right? We can't just get all the negatives. Let's get a few advantages. Advantage 1. Ignite guarantees you kills in lane. You will always get a kill with Ignite in lane. It's very, very easy to get kills with Ignite when you're playing Darius, because like your 5-stack bleed damage combined with your Ignite 2 damage does like 200-300 damage in like level 1 and 2. Which is absolutely staggering. And even if you fuck up your Q, if you fuck up everything, you'll probably still kill them. Like you'll probably die first, but you'll still probably kill them just because you took Ignite. Ignite is also useful against healers like Vladimir, Mundo, who are just like, their healing just makes them a bit difficult to fight, but you kind of understand why it's not that useful in that aspect, because these champions aren't really difficult matchups for Darius. Vlad is annoying, but you can certainly smash a Vladimir in lane, or at least go even with him, right? He's not like an oppressive range top laner. Now let's get into the bad parts of Ignite. First off, if you have Ignite, you better walk out of lane with 10 kills, right? Like there's just no other way, because Ignite in mid and late game is completely worthless, right? There's just no use for Ignite outside of lane. Because think about it, right? Teamfights are all about getting that 5th stack, or are all about getting your ult reset, right? And then getting your passive, okay? So what Ignite is designed for, is finishing kills, basically. Like you assassinate someone, your burst is not enough, the Ignite will finish the job, right? That's what Ignite is designed for. A kill finisher on a champion with a kill finisher. Like you have to understand how this does not work, because the whole point of Darius is to ult and kill them, and then use your ult to kill everyone, right? You have to kill them with your ult, not Ignite, And if it's just extra damage, it'll help me get them to the threshold. Like, that's pretty stupid, because there's like way more ways of getting extra damage, and if you play properly and if you land your abilities, you don't need that extra Ignite damage. And that's like the core of Ignite. I feel like Ignite is a crutch for Darius. If you use Ignite, like, I'm not trying to insult you or whatever, but please just use Ghost, because all the kills you get on Ignite are pretty much handed to you for free. It's just brain dead easy to get kills on Ignite Darius. The thing about Ghost is that Ghost basically gives you just as much kill pressure as Ignite. And I would argue that Ghost gives you even more kill pressure against competent opponents. Because just think about it, right? For Ignite to work, you have to fight the enemy, right? If the enemy just does not fight you and just farms and just CS's outside of your vision, or sorry, your range rather, then you literally get no use out of your Ignite, right? And if you're fighting multiple targets, then Ignite becomes a little bit more useless, because Ignite just works on one person, whereas Ghost lets you kite around and move around and dodge abilities of multiple people, right? But I won't get into how good Ghost is at this second. I'll get into it later, right? So The kill like condition of Ignite is they must fight me. The kill condition of Ghost is they must fight me and they mispositioned. So if the enemy is pushing a wave into you and it's very weak, and they happen to walk into a brush or like the left side of the lane, you can just press Ghost, run towards them, and just murder them, right? Because Ghost lets you solve Darius' #1 problem, which is sticking to people, right? You just can't stick to people on Darius. Ghost is the whole reason as to why Darius is viable in Giga High Low. Without Ghost, Darius will not exist in Challenger, Grandmaster, and he will barely exist in Master Tier, right? Like, without this, the champion just becomes cheese, okay? Ghost lets you do so much more, because Ghost doesn't just give you lane kills, right? Ghost gives you lane kills just like Ignite. It just takes a bit more skill to use, right? Ghost doesn't just let you, like, just brain dead hit someone, but it lets you have a lot more skill expression, right? What Ghost allows you to do is it allows you to use a lot more skill with your movement. It lets you kite, it lets you dodge, it lets you maneuver around opponents and confuse them and just do so much more than what Ignite does. Ignite is just stat checking someone, right? If I have more stats than you, I beat you. Ghost lets you outplay people. Because just think about it, like a lot of the boosters in top lane just beat you. They just beat you if you just straight up tank all of their damage. Jax beats you. Tryndamere beats you. Like, actually, Jax doesn't beat you if he gets hit by your Q, but like a Jax with a brain is just gonna Q into you and, you know, just dodge your Q, right? So it's very easy for other champions to beat Darius if you just fight them head on. Ghost lets you do this thing where you go in, you use your combo, and then you just kite. And during this entire duration, you can land an auto attack or two, but here, the enemy cannot actually damage you, right? And then you wait, you auto attack to keep your stacks up, and then you go back in when you have your Q up or your W up, and then you kill them with your ult, right? That's like the kind of formula for how you should be all-in people with Ghost in lane, right? Ghost helps you even more in 2v1s, because what it basically lets you do is the whole kiting thing is even more important when you're up against two people, right? Like, just kite them. You get 4 stacks on someone, you then Q, flash, and then you kill them, and then you kill the next guy, right? Ghost, in conjunction with flash, is vital to 2v1ing because you have to avoid damage while the enemies are just chasing you, right? 2 people do more damage than 1 person, and if they catch you and CC you, it's over, you die. Ghost lets you avoid that, right? So Ghost lets you do all that shit, and it scales like a motherfucker in teamfights. You just go into a teamfight, you press Ghost, you get 1 kill, and like, unless the enemy has like some fed Syndra, you can kind of just one-shot their whole team with your passive stacks. It's just insane. I've gotten so many kills with the new Ghost changes because of like the enemies just don't respect how long Ghost lasts after like the new changes. Like, it's like a Baron team fight. We kill 2 of them, but the rest of them get away, and I just run into the enemy jungle because I have HP, I have my R, and they just don't expect just me killing them like that. You know, it's insane. Ghost is so fucking good, and without Ghost, like, you can kiss like goodbye ever doing anything to the enemy backline, right? Those AD carries, those mages, those supports, yeah, you're not gonna be able to do anything to them if you take Ignite, right? Ignite only works in lower elos where people pretty much just walk into your Qs and shit, right? So yeah, don't use Ignite. If you're an Ignite Darius player, stop it. Use Ghost, right? Because the second you take Ghost, and it's awkward in the beginning at first, I know. Like, I used to be a teleport Darius player, but the second I switched to Ghost, it felt so awkward and weird that, like, you know, I couldn't do that much. Like, I didn't, like, if I got ganked and died, I couldn't teleport back to lane, I couldn't teleport bot lane, but I realized that none of that shit matters, because Ghost just makes you so powerful that you can carry games with it, right? So, if you're a Darius player who's plat 4, for example, and if you use Ignite, switching to Ghost and just mastering how to use Ghost to get kills. I'm not saying you should be getting good at, like, you don't need to get good at anything else. Anything else, you just completely drop it, just switch to Ghost. You could go from plat 4 to Diamond, easy, right? Ghost is just that fucking powerful, because Ghost makes a lot of matchups, late game, early game, just makes a lot of them just possible, right? Range matchups without a Ghost, are you fucking serious? Like, you can never get a kill on a ranged character without Ghost, right? Imagine a phase rush cannon, right? You pull him, RWQ, he stuns you, he does damage, phase rush out, and now you're just stuck there, you have no way to catch him, and he's just gonna auto attack you to death, right? It just does not work. And if any of you bring up PTA Ignite, I swear to God, PTA does not increase true damage. It does not increase your ult true damage. It does not increase your Ignite true damage. Stop taking PTA, for the love of God, okay? Like, I had this, like, a bit of a more of an aggressive tone in this video, but that's only because, like, I'm kind of arguing with the people who take Ignite, right? Because the people who take Ignite already know that Ghost is a viable option, right? I'm just doing this so that, like, they understand that just Ghost is just better than Ignite, man. Like, you're stopping yourself from ranking up. Whatever rank you're at, you can get way higher if you just learn how to use Ghost, man. It's that easy, you know? So I guess easy, but it's like, it's that simple. If you just improve at using Ghost, you can just not improve at anything else, man. Ghost is just that powerful, right? Ignite is a crutch that some Darius players use to get kills in lane, and like, it basically stops you from needing skill. A Darius player with Ignite is only going to be good if they're autofilled, right? It's only for autofilled Darius players. A Darius player with Ghost is like a fucking monster that can just outplay people, and you're just going to be outplaying people a lot with Darius because, you know, it's all about getting that low HP, like yourself, you're on low HP, and you just land that miracle Q somehow, and you just kill everyone with your ultimate. That is the way of Darius. So yeah, that is pretty much it for this video. Again, sorry for the little aggressive tone. I'm a lot more chill in these videos, but I just had to be a bit more, like, rough with my points to just get them across to people who are a little stubborn, right? Just give Ghost a try, right? Give Ghost a try. Don't just play once and get away from it, right? It's like an acquired taste, let's say, right? Play it for once, play for like multiple games, and you will love that shit, right? Because as a Darius one trick, to activate your true potential, you have to use Ghost. There's no other way. You can argue against me if you want, but, you know, that's just, don't be ignorant, don't be stubborn, use Ghost. And that is pretty much it for this video, guys. So yeah, follow me on my follow me on my Twitch, follow me on my Twitter, join my Discord, ask me questions in the comments, like, comment, subscribe, and all that shit, you know? And I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. Or live, actually, if you check out my streams. Anyway, peace out.